Today I'm going to do a short overview of the Smart Notebook software, and if you're watching this video, I'm going to assume that you've never used it before. One of the first things you want to do is add content to a page for your kids to look at and interact with. So I can type with this tool right here. If I would like to move it around, I use the arrow and I move it around. If I need to edit something, I can go back and use it like a normal text editor or word processor. If I would like to draw, I use the pen tool and I can say turn in your reports. And if I like to change the color, I can go up here to a different color. We need to see your rubrics. And now you'll notice that I have some kind of awful handwriting, so I appreciate this text pen tool. It's kind of neat. You can write something and the software will automatically turn it into text for you. You just need to wait a second and it will do that. It does a pretty nice job. You can click the check mark to say it's good to go. If you want to add a word, draw in a caret. And you can type in another word, let it think for a second, and click on the check mark when you have the right word. It forgets to put in a space quite often, so you can draw a straight line in between anywhere you would like a space. If you want to get rid of anything, draw a line right through it, and you can get rid of it. To add a page, you click up here. To delete a page, you click the button right next to it. To manipulate and move pages around, you do it in this sidebar, and it's just drag and drop. It's very easy. If you would like to add some shapes, we have some regular shapes here that we can draw, and I can move them around. If you want to change the color of it, click on it with the arrow, and you can change the color of the line on the outside and the color of the fill on the inside. We can also go to the polygon tool, and you can add all sorts of different polygons. Now, sometimes it's really nice for you to be able to see what's behind the Smart Notebook software and draw on it. So if you click on the View Screens button, you can go to Transparent Background, and we still have access to our Smart Tools, but we can see our web browser, which is nice. This button will exit and get you back into the Smart Notebook software. You also sometimes would like to go full screen, use the same button and click full screen. We still have access to our tools. They're just in a little bit different spot. Okay, so I can still draw that way, and we can go back and forth with these buttons as well. Same button gets us out. Now, one of the other things that's kind of neat is this shade tool. So here's a question, and I want my kids to discuss it in groups. So I put the shade tool up and I'll show them that. After we debrief, we can talk about what we thought the answer they should come up with. So that's a nice way to slowly release some information to your kids. One of the other really important things about Smart Notebook and basically interactive whiteboards altogether is the ability to share with your kids. So when you're done, you go to File, Export, and I'm going to export it as a PDF. I usually go full screen, and you can add a header if you want to type something on the bottom and a date. You can change all those things. But I can save this PDF. It's saved in my H drive. I can use that information now. I can put it on my Google Classroom or a Google Site. If you're using Edmodo, whatever, however you can share information with your kids, you can just put it in your Google Drive and share it that way. But getting that information out to them, so if they're not there, they need to look back at it at a different time. Interactive whiteboards are awesome for that. So that's another really great way for you to use the tool. If you have any questions about Smart Notebook, please don't hesitate to contact me.